Hello, my name is Nadia and we are Team Thandem. Together with Tom, Hannah, Abdul Rauf and Daniel, we created Thandem, a cross-platform mobile app for cyclists. Thandem is a cycling app to enrich your cycling experience. With a click of a button, you can easily create or join an event and meet new cycling friends. Strava has over 70 million users and 1 million joining per month, so we wanted to create an app that can tap into this large demographic and bring a focus on the social nature of cycling. Thandem supports integration with Strava, making it easy for users to import past activities to create new adventures. So whether you're looking for one person or a complete peloton to ride with, Thandem has it covered. Now it's over to Hannah with a demo of our app.
Thanks, Nadia. I'll give a quick demo of the app. So users can register and log in with Strava, which will allow us to retrieve their profile data and their activity data and store it in our database for use in the app. So on login, they're redirected to the Open Rides page, which by default shows all rides that are available to join. So our demo user is based in Sheffield, so he will filter to Sheffield and find a nice ride to join. So once he's found a ride he's interested in, he can view all the data, including a map, who's attending, and the discussion surrounding the ride. He can also add to that as well, whether he's joined or not. So once he's decided he'd like to join, he can press join and he'll be added to the attendees list and displayed there for everyone else as well. If he does change his mind and decide he'd rather create a custom ride for himself, he can then leave the ride and he'll be removed from the list. So from the rides list we can create a ride, and he has a selection of routes here from his Strava account, which will pre-fill the post-ride function a little bit. So he can just add a few bits like a description and when he'd like the ride to take place, the time and date. Which type of bike is best suited for, and the experience level. So then that's now been posted to our database and he can join that ride, and if we refresh the Open Rides list page, that will be there available for everyone else to join as well. We can also see on his profile any active rides that he's currently attending and a little bit of information about him as well. Cool, so I will pass you on to Dan, who will go through some of the tech choices we made for front end and how we got on with that.
Thanks, Anna. So for front end tech choices, we decided to build a React Native app to give us the option of having mobile native functionality, like push notifications for when a user is out on a ride. We decided to build with Expo, which is a framework that allows developers to build React Native apps once and launch them on web, iOS and Android. As we were building, we realised that the React Native Maps package in Expo is not compatible with web apps, and as a market leader built and supported by Airbnb, this package is the best map solution on React Native. So as a trade-off, we decided to go with the React Native Maps package and launch our MVP on iOS and Android only. But the React Native Map package is great to work with, and it allowed us to add things like start and end markers and polylines to show the route. This route data was available through the Strava API. And without a pre-built package, we built our own custom OAuth and API process that allowed the user to sign up to Strava and for their user data and routes data to be available from within Thandem. A separate geocoding package by Mapbox allowed us to decode the Strava route data, which was encoded as a Google Maps polyline string, and format it to the version required by React Native Maps, which uses latitude and longitude instead. For the user interface, we decided to stick to the open source React Native Paper UI library, where possible, as these elements like buttons and form input fields work well with React Native. They are easy to work with, easy to implement compared to building components from scratch, and are well designed and accessible for users. So I'll now pass over to Ralph to talk about the back-end tech choices.
Thanks, Dan. In this slide, I'll be taking you through the tech choices for our backend API. We decided to use Node.js, Knex.js, and AWS. We used Express to set up our server, and I believe an Express server would be the perfect server for the different type of requests we'll be making to our API. Then we all came to the decision to use SQL through AWS RDS to set up our relational database. AWS RDS is a cool tech to learn, and it has a lot of hot services, such as scalable deployment, secure internet connection by virtual private cloud that will control the traffic of our EC2 instance, as well as automated backup and multi-zone availability, where you can create a standby replica in different regions running in sync with the database. We also used Knex and PostgreSQL to retrieve and manipulate data from our API. And we tested our data by Jest and Super Agent. And finally, we have our API hosted on Heroku, as it's simple to use and easy to access. Now I'll be handing you to Tom, where I'll be taking you through the challenges that we faced through our project.
Thank you, Ralph. With all the new technology that we've learned about and implemented throughout this project, such as Amazon's AWS RDS platform, React Native and Expo, to name but a few, it really comes as no surprise that we had a few teething issues along the way, and that's kind of to be expected, I guess. But I would say that the biggest problem that we faced and the biggest challenge was quite simply time. But that being said, within a couple of short weeks, it's amazing what we've been able to achieve. We've now got a fully functioning app, which we could all use in our daily lives to find someone to go and ride with, which is awesome. It's exactly what we set out to do. I'd say a large part of the success of this project really comes down to the amount of time that we invested into the planning phases, and also using proven development strategies such as the Agile methodology, which we learned about on the course. We had a very clear idea as to what our minimum viable product should look like. We made sure that we spiked all of our ideas and new technologies thoroughly before we implemented them, used a combination of pair programming and test-driven development, as well as committing and pushing up to GitHub as regularly as possible, and also updating our Kanban boards as often as possible as well, so that the rest of the team knew exactly where we were up to. And yeah, it's for all those reasons that I'm delighted to say we met our MVP criteria, and we're really excited for what the future holds for the app. So with that, I guess thank you from me, thank you from the rest of the Tandem guys for checking out our app today, and we hope to join you on a ride soon. Thank you.